Hello all you explorers. Welcome to another episode of Get Out and Explore with John. Today's video is going to be another campground review. I am here in northern Montgomery County, Maryland, and it's the first weekend of July, and I am spending the weekend at Little Bennett Campground here. It's a small county-run campground just northwest of Washington, D.C., and I wanted to bring you along with me, show you the campground, see what amenities they might offer, and get out in the woods for the weekend. So let's go exploring. All right, here's the check-in gatehouse, but it is not manned this weekend. The procedure is to go to your campsite and get set up and then go to the camp store, and they will check you in at the camp store. Like I said during the introduction, this is the first weekend in July, and it's about 90 degrees and very humid here in the mid-Atlantic region. Typical weather for this time of year, but wanted to show you the campground as we make our way in from the main gate. First thing we see here is something that I've never seen at a campground before, which is they have a little track here with pedal carts that the kids can play on. So we'll check that out later on. Okay, here's a nice close-up view of the pedal car track. Nobody's using it right now. It seems to be closed. I'm not sure what the hours are here, so I will inquire about that at the camp store and see if I can give you any more information on that, and I'll post it on the screen here. I'm going to guess that this is where they store the pedal carts, inside this little storage building here. But I'd say it's probably 100 yards or so track going around here, so maybe something pretty fun for the kids to do when it's open. Right down the road from the pedal cart track is a pillow jump, so let's go in here and take a look at the pillow jump. All right, here's something that I've never heard of. This is another activity for the kids. It's called the Gaga Pit. And apparently there's some rules here that you can read how to play the game. Apparently it's similar to kickball with multiple people inside and the ball, you trying to hit the other person to get them out. But just again, another thing for the kids to do if you want to bring them here to Little Bennett Campground. It looks like they also have a nice community fire pit here with seating all around. I assume they have maybe some nature talks or something on the weekends and the evenings. Pretty nice. And then there's also a covered picnic pavilion right next to it, which is only reservable by people who are actually staying in the campground. So if you have a large group, you can have a nice picnic in a shaded area here on the main area of the campground. All right, well, here's the camp store where you're going to check in once you get set up at your site. It's open, I believe, like 8 in the morning to like 9 at night on the weekends. So let's go inside and take a look at the store, see what they have in here. You got a little bit of everything here. You forgot something when you came camping, looks like they've got it here. So, and they have some nice cool refreshments, some other camping gear, citronella candles, bug repellent, which you definitely need here in the middle of the summer. Some ice cream, yep, a little bit of everything. Toiletries, laundry, soap, and stuff that you're going to need. They do have a laundry facility here, so we're going to go and visit that in a second. So, some shirts over here, and jewelry. Little kids corner here with games for the kids, keep them entertained. That's pretty nice. Little Bennett Campground. Shirts. Oh wow, even have some nice ceramics here if you want to do some painting while you're here. Camp chairs. And then I also have learned that they have a gem mining station down behind the camp store here. They sell bags and have gems in them, so we're going to go check that out also. Very nice camp store here. Oh, one last thing. They do sell firewood over here in the corner, so if you need firewood, they also have firewood. Alright, let's go check out the gem mining and the laundry facilities. Alright, I didn't notice this the first time when I walked through, but right as you enter into the camp store, here is a schedule of all of the activities for the day. So you can just come up here and pick out the activities that you want to do and find out when they're available. Alright, come out the camp store and go downstairs and check out the laundry facility. Nice little seating area down here in the shade. I guess you can hang out here while you're waiting for your laundry to be done. And looks like they have a little ping pong table set up here for you. Oh, that's really nice. I guess you can get the paddles inside if you want to play ping pong. And it looks like down here at the bottom of the hill they have a movie screen set up, so I guess they show movies in the evenings also. So there's a wide range of activities to keep your kids busy while you're here. Really nice facility from what I've seen so far. Here's the laundry. We're gonna go check that out. Alright, looks like they have 2 washers and 2 dryers. Coin operated. Yep. Very nice. Looks like pretty new units in here. $1.75 each to run those. And actually there's 2 more over here. And nice area to fold your laundry. Alright, just adjacent to the laundry here on the back of the building, the gem mining station. Little Bennett Gem Mining Company. Very nice. They have station set up here with a little sluice, water running through, and you can buy those bags of dirt and find yourself some gems, kids. Pretty cool. All right, the fun never stops, fellas. Right here next to the gem mining area, they have an area where you can do tie-dye t-shirts. So, wow, just more and more activities for the kids here. You choose from all of these colors. Make your tie-dye. There you go. And here's some examples of the shirts that they've done here. Very nice. Bring your kids over and let them have some fun. I guess I should let you all know the cost on the tie-dye. So if you bring your own shirt, it's $4 to use the dye and make the tie-dye shirt. If you don't have your own shirt, they sell shirts in the camp store for $4. So for a total of $8, you can make your own tie-dye shirt. And not that there's anything else to do, but how about some laser tag for y'all? Got a nice little setup here. Wow, check this out. This would be a lot of fun. for kids of all ages. Woo. Yep, little forts all set up down in here. Very cool. I guess I'll find out, but I'm going to assume that you rent the laser guns at the camp store here. But wow, pretty nice. Little forts set up here. Get a bunch of guys out here, or girls, and have a great time. Okay, a little closer view of the stage area here and the seating. And they have another fire pit, so they might have some nature talks down here also. I got all kinds of things going on. Wow, and you're not gonna get bored at this campground, that's for sure. And did I mention that this campground and park area covers 3,700 acres and has over 25 miles of hiking trails for you to enjoy with the family. Like I said, you come to this campground, you are not going to get bored. This place has all kinds of stuff to do. What a great campground this is so far. I'm blown away by all the activities and the amenities that they have. We're going to take one quick drive through Loop D, which is the full hookup loop for all the RVs and campers, just so you can kind of get an idea what to expect if you have a RV that you want to bring to the campground. Looks way more full than the tent loops. I think it's just too hot for people to come out here and tent camp right now, but there's plenty of RVs out here. So sites are even bigger and more separated than the sites at the tent loop, but yeah, really nice. Keeps going. End of the Loop D full service hookups, they have 3 cabins that you can also rent out, including the one here on the end that looks like it's handicap accessible, so that's awesome. It looks like they do have some electricity. There's a light there, and there's also a grill there, so in addition to the fire pit, looks like they have you set up pretty nicely there. There's a front porch with some chairs. So the cabins look pretty nice. Here's the end of the Loop D full hookup sites. Here. That's site 71. It's pretty wide open there. It looks like you could probably fit probably a 35-foot trailer in there and still have room to spare. It's quite large, so they can pretty much accommodate any vehicles that you have here. All right, try to take a quick peek and give you a little bit closer view of the yurts that they have here. Looks like they're locked up, but we'll see if we can see anything at all. This one looks like it's also, well, all 3 of them look like they have handicap accessible ramps, so that's really nice for those who need it. And nice little deck all the way around the yurt. And maybe Okay, so it looks like they have windows on both sides, and then inside looks like 2 sets of bunk beds and a table over on the other side with a couple of benches. So that's going to be pretty much it. It's got a little skylight at the top to allow for some additional ventilation, but yeah, pretty primitive, but still kind of cool. And of course, guys, no campground review would be complete without a look at the bathhouse. So let's go and check out Bathhouse C here. There's 2 stalls there, 2 urinals, and looks like 2 full-size sinks and 1 for the kiddos. Very nice. And then back here, changing area, and looks like 2 pretty good sized showers. I'm not going to take you through the entire campground, but we'll drive through maybe Loop B here, see what the tent campsites look like. You know, the entire campground consists of 91 sites. I think there's 4 different loops total, one of them being full hookups for RVs and the other 3 for primitive camping tent sites. So we'll just drive through here and take a look. They're pretty spacious campsites, fairly spread out, but wow, I only see 1 tent in this whole section right now. So being July, this is pretty empty, so I don't think you'd have any problem getting a reservation here. Did notice a water spigot, just drove past the water spigot, so they do have water in a couple locations spread out throughout the loop here, and I believe there's a bathhouse in each loop also, so you do have facilities. Here's another water spigot right here for the tent campers. The end of Loop B. So I'm going to stop here and just walk through one of the sites real quick for you. So this is site 34, Loop B, primitive tent site. Just wanted to give you an idea of what to expect if you rented one of these sites here. So there's plenty of room for probably 3 cars in here. Nice picnic table, good sized picnic table here. We got a nice fire ring right here. Looks like they're cleaned out every time. The one that I am staying in was also cleaned out, so very nice as far as that goes. Here's your gravel tent site. I'd say that's probably about 14 feet by 14 feet level gravel tent site. And right here you have a lantern post. And then right behind that, if you had a second tent, not quite as level, but you could set up another tent in this area right here. So pretty decent campsite, fully shaded here. So yeah, nice campsites. Well, I've made it all the way around to the end of E Loop on the campground, and this is where they have the group campsites available. And if you can believe it or not, there's even more amenities down here. Look at this. They have volleyball nets, basketball court, big playground for the kids. I mean, big open field here to play games in. This place just keeps going and going. This is absolutely amazing. Swing sets down there in the back. And there's a nice picnic area right here for the adults to hang out in the shade while the kids are enjoying themselves and wearing themselves out. Just a wonderful place down here. Wonderful campground so far overall. Just can't even believe how much they have. I was saying previously, the park here has over 25 miles of nature trails or hiking trails, and I'm just walking down the road here on Loop D, and one of the trails actually crosses over the road here. So I'm going to take a quick walk on the nature trail and see what we can find down here. So let's go take a look. Alright, well, two things that I mentioned earlier was that it rained hard last night, and you can see part of the trail's pretty muddy. So, you know, I have to just walk around that, but no big deal. And second thing is, getting out here on the trails and camping in July in the mid-Atlantic area, you can be sure that there's going to be high humidity, and there definitely is. So you're going to come out here, make sure you bring plenty of stuff to drink. Just stay hydrated. At least the trail here is nice and shaded, but yeah, bring along something to drink, because you're definitely going to need it. Okay, a little junction in the trail here, so we're going to follow the nature trail here to the left, see where it goes. Alright, well, so far the only thing I've seen is a couple of squirrels, some butterflies, and I can hear some birds up in the trees. Haven't seen any, but they're around. Other than that, haven't seen anything else. You might get lucky once in a while out here and come across a deer, but other than that, I don't think you're going to actually see anything other than that. So another trail junction, and I think the nature trail goes to the left, to the right here. So okay. Another thing I would suggest to you if you're coming out here in the summer is to bring plenty of bug spray. The bugs are out for sure, and they are pretty relentless. Nice little mushroom here, not sure what kind, and I don't think I'm gonna pick it and try to eat it, but coming back up to the road here now, so finishing the loop here. It's probably about a half a mile or so loop back in there, maybe not even quite that long, but just wanted to give you an idea of some of the trail system here at Little Bennett. There are a lot of trails, and there are numerous historical sites that you can visit along some of those trails. I'll try to put some information about that on the video here so that you can kind of see what else might be of interest to you. So it's going to do it for the nature trail. Let's head back to the campsite. Okay, so while I'm here, I thought I'd give you a little view of one of the trails here. I just talked to a gentleman here, and the trail behind me here is called the Piedmont Trail. He says it's about a half a mile trail down to a nice river crossing. So let's go take a look down there and see what we can find. Well, as you can see, it's a super nice trail, pretty flat, wide, well defined, gravel covered trail, so not worrying about tripping over anything. This would be a perfect little trail to take the kids on a nice nature walk. Looks like we're coming up on the little stream. Well, like I was saying, the Little Bennett Park here has over 3,700 acres of land and over 25 miles of trails that you can hike while you're staying at the campground. And there's numerous historical sites spread out throughout the property. Just wanted to take you one of them here just to kind of give you an idea of what you might find when you come to Little Bennett Campground. The building right here behind me is one of the grist mills, so I'm going to give you a little bit of information on that and give you a little tour around the outside of the building. All right, so what we see here is the Hyattstown grist mill and sawmill. Operations here began in 1790s and operated through the 1930s here. The original building stood here until 1918 when it was destroyed by fire. Shortly after that, the local community all pitched in and helped rebuild the grist mill, and operated up until the 1930s when mechanized machinery put a stop to most locally owned and small grist mills. And here we have a little information board that gives you some information about the grist mill itself if you care to stop the video and read. All right, so let's take a walk around the building, see if we can see anything else on the other side. Well, actually, we just found ourselves a nice big black snake here. Check that out, guys. Pretty cool. We're gonna leave him alone, but yeah, pretty good size. I'd say he's probably about 3 feet long. Here's the backside of the mill building here. At some point there must have been a water race that would bring water up to run the grist mill here, so I don't see any evidence that there's remains of that here, but there is a creek right on the other side of these trees here, so they must have used that water to operate the grist mill. I think that's going to do it for the campground review and tour here of Little Bennett Campground. Super nice campground, really impressed with it. I have been here before, but never really explored that much to see what all they offered, and when I did today, I was quite impressed with the amount and the variety of activities that they have available for the guests. So all in all, I mean, if I had to rate this place, I definitely would probably say a 9 out of 10, and would certainly recommend you coming here and visiting if you're in the area. This is an excellent campground. So hopefully what you saw helps you make a decision on whether or not you want to come here. I would recommend it if you're around. Definitely stop in and check this place out. So until next time, like I say, you never know what you're going to see when you get out and explore with John.